yesterday we read chapter, which chapter did we read?
Chapter 3.
Goodness, short memory.
We got on chapter 5.
Chapter 4, okay? We read chapter 4, and it was a pretty long chapter. And today what we're going to do is kind of go over chapter 4 a little bit, talk about the main idea, kind of brainstorm together as a class some supporting details, okay? And we're going to work on a bubble. But before I start to explain this to you guys, I want to talk about chapter 4 a little bit. Jordan, do you need to sit, sweetie?
Sit right here.
How long are you going to stand like that?
Right here.
You can come around and have a seat over here. Okay? Now what I need is, I know that when we talk about Christmas Carol, it's fun and it's exciting, but I still need everyone to follow rules. I need you to raise your hands if you need to speak. No ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay? And the other thing is I really need you guys to listen, because when I was looking at some other assignments today, we had some really funny answers, like Marley. What did Marley and Scrooge have in common? They both had butlers. Somebody had Marley was Scrooge's son. So pay attention, okay? Let's not laugh at each other, but we need to pay attention because it's a fun story, but we still need to remember characters, main idea, supporting details, so that way we know when we're writing, if we're writing, you know, if you have good grammar, but you're not really comprehending the story, then it's not working. So I still need everybody to pay attention, okay? All right. Who can raise their hand for me and give me a little bit about chapter 4, what happened at the beginning of chapter 4? Khalid?
Chapter 4 was about, like,
The beginning part.
oh. So, when he was done talking to Jacob Marley, another spirit came to show him his past.
Okay, and Zoya, what happened next?
Then he showed him like when he was young, like when he was a child.
Okay, and was he happy as a child?
Not yeah.
No?
Yes.
Were his memories of his childhood happy?
No.
Okay, Jordan, what happened after he saw his childhood memories?
Another one came, another church came, and then he took him to when he was a teenager.
So when he was a young adult?
Yeah.
Okay. And Katie, what did he see about himself as a young adult?
That he really just started caring about money more than the rest.
Yeah. And who did he lose in that process as a young adult? Madison?
He lost his girl, and like her name was Isabel.
Belle.
Belle. And it said that he loved someone more than her, and it was money.
Yeah, she asked him something. She said, if you had to choose someone to marry right now, would you choose me if you never knew me? If you were never in love with me when you were poor, before you became rich? And he really couldn't answer her. And that's why she gave up on their relationship, because they were supposed to get married. She kind of decided on her own that he's starting to change and he's choosing money over her. And she wasn't happy with that. And as the spirit was about to leave Tyra, what happened towards the end? How was he starting to feel towards the end? How was Scrooge starting to feel? Did he start to feel sorry for himself? Maybe take a glimpse into his ways and reconsider? Okay. So that was a good summary that we all just came up with of chapter 4. But now what I need us to do is, hold on, please. We need to come up, as a group, we need to come up with details, okay? I'm going to give you guys the main idea, okay? And the main idea, I think we all kind of already know, because you guys have great examples of what happened to him. But we're going to come up with details in our bubble map that's going to go with the main idea. Okay, does anybody have any questions so far? Yes, please.
You forgot one part that they said they made a pledge. Like, they made a pledge.
Who made a pledge?
Belle and Scrooge.
Yeah, that they would always be like together.
They made a pledge to always be together?
Yeah, they did.
Okay. They made a pledge to be together, but when she noticed the differences in Scrooge, she didn't want to stay with him any longer. Correct? Okay. So the main idea, and you guys can add to this for me, what I came up with and what I thought was for chapter 4 was the past memories which made Scrooge emotional. Okay? And everything that we just talked about made Scrooge emotional. Okay? So you guys had a lot of great supporting details for me that all came together, and that's what made Scrooge emotional in chapter 4. Okay? So what I'm going to do is put the main idea in the middle, and I know that we have a bubble map right up there at the wall. You guys have used organizers before to do writing and brainstorming. Okay? Who can raise their hand and tell me what brainstorming means? Marley?
It means to brainstorm ideas to put in a bubble map.
So coming up with ideas so that you can grow from there, expand from your ideas, so your writing can be more organized. That's pretty much trying to organize yourself before you start writing. Okay? Past memories which made Scrooge emotional. Okay. So who visited Scrooge in chapter 4?
Oh,
Janiyah?
the ghost of the past.
Spirit passed, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, and he kind of just took Scrooge for a little tour of his whole life and everything that he had done wrong to get to the point that he is now, which is lonely, greedy, miserable,
And so.
selfish,
Yes.
unhappy, hates Christmas, hates life. He's in despair. High five. Vocabulary word. He's in complete despair, okay?
He's agitated.
He's agitated. He's just almost every negative adjective you could think of, that's Scrooge. Okay, so what we're gonna do is add 6 supporting details to our main idea, okay? And then after we're done with this, after our brainstorming, I want you guys, you're gonna go to your desks and you're gonna write me a